This video is dealing with gable roofs where you have a bump out. There's common problems where you can't get the roof to go back to this back wall, and then you have to adjust the wall shape as well. So to practice this, we're going to make a file for this. We'll close that one. We're going to open up an English Imperial residential default, and we're going to draw a wall very quickly. We're going to attach it to the second floor. It's center line, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. So what we want is we want to draw a back wall, and then we're going to just step this every so often. And the intention is that we're going to practice this a few times. So once you get the hang of it, you don't have to watch the rest of the video, but when you're handing in your assignment, I would like you to have several of these. This is going to be 2 of them. So now we're going to add a roof, and we want to have it on the second floor. And we're going to start with the ones that are defined slope. And you can do this from this view if you want, but you can also go to the second floor view. Sometimes that's easier to visualize. We're going to pick walls. We're going to do all our slopes first, and then we're going to uncheck the defined slope, and then we're going to do our back wall and our front faces. And then when you hit check mark and go to 3D view, you basically have this situation. So the first problem is that it doesn't go to the back wall, and so that is, I believe that I want to attach these things. So I'm going to hover over the first wall, I'm going to hit tab, and I'm going to attach them to the roof. And it creates this sort of weird little part of a wall, and we're going to fix that right away. So when we click on the roof, we're in the modify command, and we're going to use this join unjoin roof command. So when we click on this, because they're all joined, it's going to unjoin them. And so now I want to select this wall, and so you've created, basically it pushes back. So I'll show you on the second one, is that I go to essentially unjoin, grab this back face, and then I'm going to click somewhere on the wall that I want it to join to. So that solves our first problem, and I'll change it to realistic. Maybe we'll add some different shingles here just to make it look better. And we'll do the same with the walls. So I'll hit tab, and we're going to put wood siding on it. I didn't get them all, so I'm going to hold, hit tab, select them all, and we're going to go to wood siding. Okay. So we've solved the first problem, but now we still have this sort of wall shape that we don't want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to go up to edit profile. It gives me a warning of some type, and I'm going to read it. So this is where it kind of gets weird. We are in edit mode, so we're going to go down to pick line. So it's going to pick lines, and I've done this quite a few times wrong. And so what I've found is that these are the wall lines that I want to pick, and then I want to pick the trim, and I'm clicking on the part that I want to keep. And then you hit escape once to get out of your, and then you can select this segment and delete it. So when you check, you get an initial, the dreaded sort of caution or error. And if we click unjoin element, then it solves its problems. And if you look from underneath, it works out perfectly. Now you might have to do this a few times just because you grabbed the wrong wall segment. So we'll show you again. We want to click on the wall. We want to go to edit profile. It gives you a message. We're going to click on front, so we're going to get a really good view of it. we're going to go down, and not this one, we're going to pick line, and that's the important part. We're going to grab the bottom part of the roof. We're going to grab the bottom part of this roof and the bottom part of this roof. So you're always grabbing the bottom. You're going to click on the trim tool, and you're going to click on the parts you want to keep. And so and then hit escape once, and then you should be good at that point. And it asks to unjoin. And so now what we have is we have it done perfectly on the inside. So when you're handing in your assignment, I want you to make more than one bump out. We don't really care about the house that much. We don't care about the slope. We just care that it does go back and join to that wall. And that when you look on the inside, and make sure that you show me the inside of your house, that you have adjusted that wall so that it looks good on the inside as well. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Good luck, have fun with doing that project.